Hello, everyone. This is Grand Madam. Welcome to the Grand Madam Collective. Welcome to my parlor. Okay. Today is going to be a little bit different, and I'll explain why. Today at 3:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 12:29 p.m. Pacific Time in the Northern Hemisphere in these United States, Pluto moves into Aquarius and it will stay there for 14 years. It's important for you to know this because adjustments will be made, okay, by you personally. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Um, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you the impressions that I received this morning and what I want you to do for yourself is to go a little more in depth with this Pluto into Aquarius by getting, if you don't have it already, your own natal chart. You can get them free on YouTube. Well, not YouTube, I'm sorry, free on the net, anywhere. I want you to print it out and I want you to find a symbol of Pluto. It looks like this. Oh, there we go. Dang, gone. I just give me back my Pluto. It looks like I don't believe that. If you could imagine one of those toys, they used to have a toys where you would catch a ball or catch a little thing and it had like a cup and a stem to it. I don't know what that was called. But anyway, it looks like, I'm going to try it again. Looks like that. That's the symbol for Pluto, okay? Especially here. I'm not there, I'm sorry. That series here. That's the perfect symbol for Pluto because where it stands and where it, in your chart is how you will be deeply, and I mean deeply, affected by its presence for the next 14 years. Now, some folks have been going through it since last week, since the 12th, where the supermoon came up. Hey, Corin, how are you, Rose? And this is why, okay? The supermoon had to shake up and finally kind of whisk away what was in the way of our personal growth. Okay. Evidently, we're being prepared for something and we might be late to the party. So things seem to be speeding up very, very rapidly. Okay. It's enough of you in here now. I can start reading my impressions I got this morning. And well, let me just tell you a little bit about Pluto. Pluto is really synonymous with the Hindu god Shiva. And Shiva the destroyer creates an act of nature. It's the act of nature where a section is absolutely obliterated so that something can be built on it or grow from it. And life is no different. With the Pluto influence, which usually rules Scorpio, it falls into different areas of our lives that need to be thoroughly examined. Okay. Let's say you might have, if you have Pluto on a first house, your first house deals with your physical body and also your personality. So, for example, if you had your regardless of what it is in, if Pluto fell on your first house today, pretty much that would be a need for you either to A, start working on appearance, B, start working on your look, your image, your personality. Okay. If Pluto fell on the second house, it would create a scenario where your very values would be challenged and discovered to be archaic. And so then you would be tasked with creating new values that would help you move forward in life. Okay. So that's why I want you to get your natal chart so you can see and find out where exactly Pluto is going to fall on that chart. All right? Because on your natal chart, you will have 12 segments, 12 sections. And Pluto is going to fall in each one of them. Well, not for per chart. Pluto is going to find its position. Hello, Camello, for each person. All right. And it's going to mean something. It's going to impact your life significantly. And it will give you 14 years to straighten everything out. Okay. So that's Pluto. Pluto wipes things out so that new things can come in. Aquarius is the energy of the water barrier, the water bearer. It's a picture of a man on his knees with this great big bucket of water. Yet it's a mental sign. Okay. But what it's about the water bearer bringing water into the earth for life to grow. Aquarius deals with innovation, technology, sciences, astrology, astronomy. There was a time when astrology was a part of astronomy until the Western ancients decided to separate them. Also, crypto would be under Aquarius. The energy of the humanitarian, the energy of the committee, the group, the new organization, developing organizations. That's also Aquarian energy. Um, the Star Trek scenarios, all of those are Aquarian. They all have Aquarian energies. And Aquarius is about the people, not the government, not the business, definitely not the money. Hey, Renee. So these are my impressions that I got when I got up this morning, and I kind of peeped into or just had some thoughts on Pluto in Aquarius. Okay. Politics. These are the themes I got. I got a couple pages. Rebellion. The government may try to set up what the people don't want and get an insurmountable pushback. A pushback the government never expected and definitely cannot handle. Organizations will be forming for the benefit of humankind. The old is destroyed and replaced by the new, but not at one set time. Things are going to be wiped down or wiped out, or let's just say set aside for the new products, the new systems, the new services, the new projects to kickstart and initiate. Okay. Now, let's see. This is, oh, Grandma and Grandpa leave this world, the newborns into the world. All right. It's nature's way of life. Also, I felt volcanic eruptions and earthquakes, monster windstorms, major winds, evolution, human evolution. Let's see. I said it was generational from 2024 to 2043. The energy field speeds up. Some people will feel they're in a head spin. More a reason to ground yourself regularly. If things are too bad, just go and hug a tree or find something organic you can just grab hold onto. Sometimes at our little parklet, they have boulders, and I just have to just grab a hold and sit on that rock, and I feel better. I feel more in control. I said revolution in tech. Oh, yes. Information, data mining, data filing, data analysis. It's going to be a time of the individual, yet the individual as a part of the group. Where do you fit in the group? I'm feeling that groups will be forming, or it says, I have written down here, individual and personal changes, personality changes, as well as community oriented thinking will take precedence, and doing will take precedence. The protests and marches may be outlawed, but they won't stop. Okay. Innovations with the network, with internet, with the cloud, with the electronic grid, satellite communications, AI apps enhanced, increased. We become, I have here, we're living in a Star Trek scenario now. The timeline jumps from the old way of doing things to a total new life nobody knows how to manage. So everybody is starting anew. Okay. Yeah, swimming if it is, Anna, yeah. One day it might go by in what feels like a couple of hours. New options, new way of thinking. The patriarchy is finally dead. New laws established. Uh, Innovations. We go global. So it might behoove us. We're seriously global now. We very well may have to educate ourselves in foreign languages. And I definitely watch foreign newscasts, but only in English. Space travel picks up. New chips create blockchains, crypto, Wheel of Fortune energy. So casinos might be a great place to throw away some money. Okay. 10G communication made public. That's going to be for our phones. Aquarius equalizes the males and females by demanding mental focus from both. The gender wars are going to be dead because it's going to be of the mind. Everything is like, we're almost like walking, talking AI. It's about your head, not your gender now. It's what's up in here. New rules for family structures. Now, this was weird, but it feels like going back to the village because families will be more like, instead of just husband and wife, you will have group. You'll have literally, people are going to be coming together in like groups, like tribes. Vibrational healing will be taken more seriously. The masses will form their own community governments to be reckoned with. They will be demanding changes in from the established governments, their local governments, and maybe your not so local governments. Ordinances will be tailored for specific communities. Now, this is good and this is bad, but the ordinances are going to be tailor made. Let's say if you lived in XYZ neighborhood, then you might have to get together in your XYZ community action group and make sure that your garbage is picked up Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Well, that's fine, unless you need your garbage picked up Tuesdays and Thursdays, that kind of thing. But it can also go in a different way, because if community XYZ interferes with community 1, 2, 3, there can be a clash. Clashes will be dealt with. It's like a tribunal of communities. When you woke up, a tribunal of communities will be taking place. And if they can't resolve it there, then they would probably have to go to actual courts, or the local government courts, different from their community courts. Apartment buildings will be leasing to, this is married couples in one section, singles in another. Singles are going to be maneuvered in downtown or in local districts that are like, you have your apartment dwellings, that's a zoning, that's a particular zone there. But you'll also have your places of work and retail. So that's going to become a new district, and probably they have zones for that now. I'm not sure what they are, what the zoning codes are now. I'll leave my feet alone. Um, yeah, but everything is located in one area. New developments will be created where you have your apartments and condos, and you will have your supermarkets all in one humongous major development. Your clothing places, ouch, wait a minute. Wait, I got a cat that has to go. Um, like your Walmart or your Target, all located within that one development. Let's see. There'll be no need to travel outside of your district unless you really want to. Travel. We will finally develop a railway system that will rival those in Europe, yet still fall behind Japan. Uh, Less cars, more train and train-like vehicles, like light rails. They're called. Cars will be hybrids. This is the takeover of the hybrid. Oh yeah, you're gonna like this. There will be red light districts and sex clubs operating under strict health rules. Prostitution may become more legalized in areas, but not allowed outside the restricted areas, the designated districts. Robot policing uh, is coming about. Hi, Healthy Chef Cheryl. That says, oh, and new cars will have a hidden low jack feature that car chases will be a thing of the past with the new cars, because the police will be able to hit the button and the car will stop. And let's see, we're going from the individual to the group to the new collective. Crime, tough on violent crimes. Children will be who do these crimes will be treated as adults. Automated penal colonies. Something out of Doctor Who, like something out of Doctor Who I saw. The new dating mindset. Instead of where do you work, how much money do you have, can you take care of me, I can take care of you, it's going to, are we compatible? And this is interesting, but this was loud in my ear. This time when you meet somebody, instead of meeting the parents, you meet the village before the first date, it says here. The professions are going to be science oriented, of course, biotech, math, engineering, um, new materials developed for infrastructure, new bridges. People will be traveling in groups. Now, this is interesting. Something's getting ready to pop, folks, because I have more people traveling in groups than traveling alone, and that's locally and internationally. It's like I have here the clan tribe reigns supreme wherever we are, and that our survival and ability for the clan to thrive will depend on it. Instead of having one person eat, or maybe a few person eat, everybody eats in the clan. I don't know how you're gonna do that. Maybe a variety. Everybody brings a pot. Everybody brings a dish. Something like that. Oh yeah. The clan, tribe, or groupings protects the individuals, the single parents, and children from attack, personal or public, and also from other tribes. So we're going to be doing things a little bit differently coming up within the next 14 years. Is it better than we're doing now? Like I said, everybody eats and everybody's protected personally. Harmony is established with other tribes through rule-making, friendly competitions, and intertribal marriages. Strict rules are like, oh, it's almost like socialism, almost pretty much like it is in England right about now, but much more efficient. Resources are shared among and within the tribes. Fitness and health become most important due to the sedentary occupation where you sit and just key buttons all day. Okay. What else do we have here? Innovation, garbage collecting. Innovation and garbage collecting and neighborhood cleanliness will rival the Netherlands. This is public health safety. Okay. This is also each new dwelling will have not just a garbage disposal, but also a garbage compacting unit. The compacting unit is picked up, I guess, that Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. To chip or not to chip will still be a big question. Whether you want to be chipped in, with your information on your in your wrist or not to be, it's still up in the air. Oh, medical prosthesis or human texturized prosthesis will be made available, and they'll be undetectable. They'll feel just like real human skin, like the $6 million man had. Wars are restricted and limited to. They're going to be really computerized these days, upcoming. Restricted to computers. Replaced by new innovations. We already have the drones, but uh, instead of the most powerful country in the world being the one that has run roughshod of all the others and taken everybody prisoner, they haven't killed everyone. It's going to be the one that is the most innovative in the world. So that's a whole different mindset. That's an Aquarian mindset right there. So the competition among the countries now will be who's got the best fighting machine, who has the best military, but who's got the best programs, computer programs. Religions will almost be non-existent as I can't read my own writing. I was asleep. I was asleep. Non-existent as we know it. That's what as we know it. It'll be replaced by personal spiritual practices and mixed in with science. Some still will hold, to the old-fashioned doctrine dogma, but not many. Okay. The pseudosciences become more acceptable. Acupuncture, I'm sorry, vibrational medicine, Reiki. And education will be more, the educational hierarchy is replaced by specialization and need. No more going to college to get a good paying job, more like studying from your strengths and your interests, Montessori style. Um, all will be educated. And it's based on personal development and the needs of their village or their clan, local district or state, whatever is required. For example, if you over here, we have Johns Hopkins Hospital. Now, we have a high school, we have Dunbar High School, we have Morgan College. But if Hopkins needs more techs to run their ultrasound machines, or their MRIs, you don't necessarily have to go to Morgan for that or Coppin for that. You can go to Dunbar for that and study. I'm just saying, this is an example. Study the technology that you would need to work at Hopkins. Okay. And I'm not sure how well that went, but I knew they did that for a number of years. They trained their high school students to be techs. Okay. This is more wide. This is going to go more widespread than it's been. College level courses, they're going to be for the professions, like the engineers, your doctors, your lawyers, your Indian chiefs, folks like your other professors. Those are going to be the people who are going to be taking the college courses. I guess your financiers too. Financial study will be more independent. Financial study, I'm seeing Oxford. Um, More focused in England than the United States. Even the Five Eyes are going to be shifted, intelligence wise. Okay. Now, Your English majors become your administrators. Your math people become your scientists. Uh, oh, as I was saying, for folks who were coming in, had when I first came on, Pluto and Aquarius is going to hit your astrological chart differently, but it's going to impact it intensely. And I was suggesting that if you did not have your birth chart by now, you could get one. You're going to need it so that you could see exactly where um, Pluto falls on your house. Your house being what segment, where it's going to be positioned. This is the symbol you'll be looking for. Okay. Now, what I can do, okay, what I will do, what I've done here is I've broken down each house. There are 12 houses, but unless you know which house it is, it doesn't make too much sense in telling you what they are now. Um, hmm. What I'm going to do now, let me see if I can, if Mr. the Cat will allow me to pick up some cards. Do you mind? Sometimes he wants to read. Can you see him? There's my booker. Okay. And for the collective, let's see how Pluto in Aquarius is going to impact us. It starts today. Move this over. Okay, and I'm going to read with the regular cards. Don't you dare touch these cards, Mr. Man. Do you hear me? Mm-hmm. You hear me? Unless you're going to do a reading. You going to help me read? All right, so let's see. I know. I just don't feel like going back to my desk. I haven't been back to my desk in months now. I will return. Okay, later. How is the Pluto and Aquarius going to impact the Grand Collective? Those who are watching now, how will they be impacted? A lot of you will be impacted first house. That means appearances and personality. Sixth house, that means work. Does your work align with your values? And 12th house, therapy time. Therapy, because all the old hurts return to the surface like they happened this morning. And that is not a pretty sight. Okay, and they have to be dealt with and released. So, okay, I'm going to use the extended Celtic spread. Let's see what's going on. How is Pluto in Aquarius? Next 14 years going to impact the Grand Collective. Overall energy is moving forward. This is the Chariot, Cancer energy, the gathering of the emotions. That's going to be the toughest. That very easily could be third. A Cancer is in the fourth house of family, but it's also dealing with emotions here. The gathering of the emotion is a 12th house thing. That's when everything that's ever happened to you returns to the surface. All your traumas come back at the same time to be relieved and dismissed. It's like, feel the pain, now let it go. Conflict. Okay. And what's crossing that is your star, your hope for success, your way to success. Okay. So this is a difficult path that we're going to be walking on right about now. I would suggest plenty of grounding. Like I said, go hug a tree if it gets that bad. Sit in your car and cry. Don't forget your prayers, your mantras. Walk barefoot in the grass if you can, if it's safe enough. This influence will cause movement and relocation. People will be moving out. People will be moving in of Not just their countries, but their homes. Countries on the macrocosm, personal homes on the microcosm. Wealth is going to play a part of this. Nine of Pentacles. Wealth is going to be insecure right about now. Up and down, unstable. Let me move this over here. Yeah. A lot of people, this is the tribe. This is the new collaboration. This is the new tribe. That's coming into play. And here the concerns is about your safety, about your resources, about being invited into and being suckered into something. That's the Page of Cups. And here we go with some more threes. Okay. Some families will come together. This is a celebration, but this is still collaboration. This is still a tribe. Some people will come together based on money. Some people will come together based on emotions. Also, some will find their security within both tribes or the marriage of both tribes, money and emotions. Family clan in hopes to avoid anything like this happening, any kind of a betrayal, monetarily or social. In other words, folks, it feels like in Wagon Train when they gather around the wagons when the Native Americans get ready to attack. Yeah, that's what it feels like, a gathering. And this is the official card. So all of this looks like it's going to be official. We are literally going to be they're gathering in neighborhoods almost like gangs again. Almost like gangs. But it will be to our benefit. This is the Ace of Pentacles. We will thrive, not just survive that way, based as a community. Female in charge. And this is like your not community activists, not community, the bylaws. This is the one that'll write the rules. The community rules. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be almost like, it's not the kind of like the neighborhood community groups, but much more powerful. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I come in peace. All right, it's Lathan. Come in peace. There will be problems. Okay. There'll be pushback. There'll be fighting. We're actually going back to tribes again, folks. But it's not going to be, well, yeah, of course, some of the villages are going to be by blood. Some are going to be by, like I said before, it's like-mindedness. Like-mindedness this time. Yeah. And it's like, this is suspension. Emotions would be suspended. This is like, okay, folks, if we're going to survive, we've got to do things this way. If you don't want to do it this way, you're free to go. Bye-bye. But you will not have the protection of the tribe, clan, community, group, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I'm even hearing community policing. Folks, it feels like we're going to be on our own. It really does. And here's the Wheel of Fortune. This is my Aquarius card. At the bottom of the deck, we have new alliances, the Lovers, going back to the clans and the tribes again. Some things are still murky. We can't see clearly as to what is really going on. Oh, really? Yeah, she did, but I didn't pay that too much mind about her, my fairy treasures. I really didn't pay that too much. I didn't take that to heart. I didn't take it to heart. Mm-hmm. And this is new energy. You know what this feels like? It feels like the tribes coming together secretly. Now, I don't know how you pull together a tribe secretly, but that's what it feels like. And we build ourselves stronger. So whatever's going on out in the world, hi young, whatever is going on. No, Anna, you're not screwed. If you've got Asperger's, then you've got more in your brain and more in your head than most people have in their feet. So no, that's just how you see yourself. Stop that. Okay. You got some brains, Anna. You got some real good brains. Um, this is wild. Let's keep going. Oh, the truth seekers. Ace of Swords, the truth seekers. So we're gonna have all kinds. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be on the low, folks. So we're gonna have communities, our own little tribes, our own little organizations to help one another quietly, like some other groups do today. And look at this, the untold story. Whoa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rose, you might be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We are a tribe here, though. Yes, we are, Jam. That's interesting. Quiet tribes. Nobody even knows they're tribes. There's my friend Clem Cadiddlehopper. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the vice president is doing with that recount thing. Huh. The cultist's next transition. Ooh, ooh, that's creepy. Yeah, yeah, Bo. Okay. Right now, nobody really knows what they want to do, but that looks with that, people are still haunted by the disappointment. That's Five of Cups. Yeah. How folks were out manipulated at the White House. We've got to stop worrying about stuff, and we need to start, obviously, pulling together our tribe quickly. This is interesting. It looks like to me everything first begins in moderation. People will be hesitant and doubtful, but something happens to change all of that. I don't know. What is it that happens to make people form alliances the way they do? Spirit says things just get hard. Oh, Lord, I'm not telling him that. Things get difficult. We will have to be, it will be beyond a shadow of a doubt that we will need to be with each other. And this is across racial lines, across politics. If we are going to survive, I have people holding on to what they have and a lot of confusion taking place. Now here's disappointment, and this is the dis, this is the this is Aries energy, but this is the Plutonic effect. And here's disappointment. So those who are in power won't be much longer. And look at this. Here comes more BS. Here comes more new alliances, but they will be shady. They won't be true. They won't be true. And to me, it looks like it'll be some of the old stuff, the old ways of doing things. But what will happen is that the people will see it happening, and there'll be so much anxiety because of this that new decisions will be made. People will feel the thing isn't right. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, look at this. In this suite, in this special, the Empress will be loved from afar. Ace of Cups and successful. And here is the journeying foreign lands or looking to see the ships coming in. It's like the work that the Empress has done is expanding into foreign territory. Foreign territory. And what she has thrown out, the seeds that she has thrown out, are now coming back. This is about trade. Now coming back very profitably. Okay. But still, there's this tone. Hold on, let me just keep going. Okay, hold on. Oh, this is interesting. I think somebody is going to spill the beans. We have two cards of women with secrets that don't have to be feminine energy, just secrets. It doesn't have to be female women at all. But this is, and I think they're coming out. I think the Queen of Cups is going to lift her lid and spill the beans. Because remember that boat theme I had before? Well, it's back. Somebody is leaving to calmer waters. I have two men here. One's a businessman. One is, we have the businessman and we have the leader of the calm. I don't know which one this is. This could be Biden. Nope, excuse me. Biden, and this could be Elon Musk, or this could be Trump. Let me put them back that we had in order. And this is wild because it looks to me like they both get to be retired. I can't you? That's what this says. They both retire. Or they both lay down. They lay down all their behind the scenes shenanigans. And here we have the Seven of Wands trying to protect themselves. Somebody trying to protect against the manipulations. Yeah, this is the old way of society. It's gone. Here's the new tech. The new way of financing, too. And here's a burden. The world gets burdened by this new, I don't know what's that, cryptocurrency or whatever that is, the new tech that deals with money. And here are the new laws. That's crypto. That's cryptocurrency. And new laws are regulating it. That's why that gets caught up. And look at all this money it's regulating. It is regulating money, but in the same token, people are protected. Joe Blow and Jane Doe are protected. Now, those bigger corporations, they can't do what they've been doing. And that's the message. No, you're not going to do this with cryptocurrency. We've been watching. We've got questions. But then again, we know who you are, Mr. Rich Man. And it is time for you to take a, say sayonara, Yeah, we see what you've been doing. We've been working at it. And now we're ruling on it. So is something going on? Here's another crypto. Put it to a halt. Oh, snap. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. A lot of heavy regulation on cryptocurrency is coming. And that's going to put some people in the hole. That's really going to put some people in a financial hole because they were crypto heavy. In that they put more of their money, instead of putting their money in cash, they put it in crypto. And see, these new laws have been regulating the cryptocurrency. Yeah. Some people aren't that happy. Some people are quite smug about it. And here's some people trying to figure out what are we going to do, how we're going to do this. We've got to come up with something new. We've been cut off from our money. Where are we going with this? We have choices to make. If we want to stay on top, if we want to be successful, we've got to come up with something else. We've been beaten down. So something's in the wind, folks. Something is in the wind. And it feels as though, this how the rich were getting richer and the poor were getting poorer. Not with Pluto and Aquarius, because the poor is going to be joining coalitions. They'll be creating coalitions for their own survival. They won't be going to the government like they did. No, they won't. I hear, yes, they will. No, they won't. Because it's like the government says, no, we can't help you. Not that they can't. It's just that they won't. It's that they won't. So collective, I think all of this looks like it was around the society itself. It didn't look like it was hitting us personally at all. All I can tell you is to keep a little bit of money in crypto, but don't put the whole 9 yards in there. Put a few inches in there. Anybody have any questions? I keep seeing Kamala sworn in. Devil may care. Hey, something is getting right. And you know what? I also like I said earlier, with Pluto in Aquarius. Aquarius is a wind sign. Now, wind usually signifies thoughts. Okay, fine. You get enough collective thoughts together, you can work up a nice tornado. And I've been wondering, I just have a feeling that something natural is going to blow it all up. I don't know if it's a tornado, hurricane. I just don't know. But whatever it is, it's like nature. Hey, Sheila, Bella. I can't put my finger on it. Just can't put my finger on it. Either that, and I can't put my finger on it because I don't understand it. If I understood it, I could understand the feeling I have, the heaviness in my left ear. That could be what? Pressure changes? I don't know. But I saw that boom jam. I don't know about all that. Oh, yeah, we do have solar flares. Let's put it this way. We're going to be all right because of where our hearts lie, our energies, the energies that are coming out of our hearts. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, give me some questions here. I just feel really weird right now. What can I say? All right, tarot team, what do you want me to tell them? Because it's something that's being left unsaid. There's an energy gap. I want to fill it. What's being left unsaid? I said that already. No need to worry. Everything is going to be all right. How about their jobs? Not all right. Okay. Tarot team, are we going to get super metaphysical now? Never mind. Okay, but thank you. Oh, I would love to see those aurora lights. And they were down here. They actually made it this far south, and it got cloudy. But I did see a little red outline thing. Yeah, and I'll tell you what else will scare the daylights out of him too, probably. Go up in the mountains and at nighttime and look up. It looks like you could just reach up and grab a star. And there are like hundreds of them all over the top of your head. But all right, let's Let's look at relationships under Pluto. Describe relationships under Pluto and Aquarius. I'm using the Kippers, and they're so Victorian, but I want to see what it looks like. Describe relationships, male, female, same-sex relationships under Pluto and Aquarius. The next 14 years, what will relationships look like? One of my tarot team just said a community. Yeah. Oh, single people. A lot of single women. But in nature, women do outnumber men. Okay. We have marriage. And crossing that, we have distance. Whoa. So we're distancing ourselves from marriage, folks. As the one, I told you, what did I said? The one man, one woman thing, not polyamory, not polygamy. It's just, it's more like 5 couples in one building, all considered the clan, the family. Okay. Oh, here's Lady Susan, mature woman. What happens with the mature woman? Mature woman, okay, probably Social Security. That's sudden wealth. Ooh, yeah, that's Social Security. Cut off. See? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? This is why people are what do they call them? Rooming houses? So the older woman gets her monies cut off. So that means grandma and grandpa will probably be staying with the married children. Or some other groups. Let's keep going. Okay, we have adjudication. So this is by law. That's what that means. Okay, here's the pension money, the Social Security money. Ooh. Poverty. So it's going to be under the poverty level. Okay, here's house. I don't know what it means yet. There's that community. The cards are saying the same thing. That's that community house. Where the communities, it's like you might have 5 families in one house, but it's a big house. But you have that clannish, tribal thing. That's the design. Look, they're thinking about that now. Maybe I should pull up all 3 at one time. Well, here. Yeah, the concern, because they have families that won't have any place to live. Your parents won't have any place to live. You might not have any place to live, and that's a concern. So they have, I guess, what are they? Humongous size apartment buildings then? They are going to be, I think these are like these giant, like you see in these European, not European. Oh yeah, Europe has them. Especially Middle East, cities in Africa, these big, you have the compounds, that's what they're called, compounds and multifamily buildings. Now, for the false persons, I don't know what they go away. I think this is what I said, message of concern. You got to go. You don't want to comply with the rules, you got to go. You call yourself part of the clan, yet you behave in an unclannish manner, you've got to go. Wow. You're not of the tribe. You're not acting like a tribe person. Oh, look at this. And here we have the message a message from the wealthy man, making the change legal. You know what this reminds me of? Feudal living. Okay. Oh! I'll be damned. I dropped them all on the floor. But these great fortunes come from courtship expectations. Marrying a rich man or a rich woman, that's a new pathway. You're not doing that anymore. Didn't I say that earlier? Okay, and the cards that are left. However, if you marry, if you decide to come together, you will be gifted. Get a nicer place or what? I don't know what that means. And now I've got to pick up. You want to pick up the cards for me? I didn't think so. Let me see. I've got to pick up the cards. Excuse me a second. Any questions while I'm doing this? Because this sounds wow. Oh no, yeah. The colonies, yeah, but no, they're not. This is not government control. This is group control, community control, committee. Oh, good gracious. Alrighty. Okay. This is interesting. Oh, shucks, and it fell out again. These two were together, the main male and the official person. So is that the fearless leader? Okay, I have one more. Okay. Okay. Is that fearless leader? I don't know what the rest of this is. So that's going back to communal living. The colonies in New England were controlled by the church and township, and leaders you had to ask would pass for. Oh. It feels similar to that. Oh, the storm dreams. Tornadoes usually deal with family members. Okay. Maid tales. Let's hope not. What about the movement 4B? Oh, 4Bs. Started in Korea. Let's see. I don't know how quickly this is going to happen. Use the little ones. Well, the 4Bs, the 4Bs Korean movement, where women do without men, be successful. Well, the 4Bs, all that is the way we used to live when I was a girl. That's all that is. You know I'm of a certain age. Don't act shocked. That's the way we lived. They catch you in the back seat back in those days, both of you go to jail. That's not an exaggeration. Why? Because there were fornication laws, and that was imposed by the state. And that had to be embarrassing. What you in here for? Miss, what you in here for? Oh, God. No, you can't have these. Can you imagine? And they kept the men in there. We're talking 30 days in jail for getting caught bouncing in the back seat with your boo. Okay. And a $500 fine if he did, to encourage him to marry her. I'm dead serious. That was up here in Maryland. I don't know what they did further south. So, are the 4Bs going to be, I said successful. It's a lifestyle choice. It is a lifestyle choice. So, Sheila laughing. Mm-mm. I don't know. Janet Jackson, I don't know about white mist. Usually, the white mist, that could be a thought form. That's somebody's thought form, or it could be call around and see if anyone's passed on. Or it could just be gas. I don't know, But yeah, when you see things like that, for us in my family, it means someone has passed on. But also in my work, that can also be something different. Okay. Um, was the 4B successful? Is 4B successful? Because let me tell you, folks, before women's liberation in the 1970s, it was 4B. And it wasn't that they chose not to do it, it was you better not do it. See the difference in energy? Okay. Oh, first card up is the moon. So we've got some hidden stuff going on with that, the 4B energy, some shadowy situations. And then we have the resignation here, resignation from sex. So, look, this is what they did. There was a book. I was in the 12. No. I was 12 years old when I read Sexual Wilderness, Masters and Johnson's book on sex. Thing was like this big. My mother caught me with it and had a hissy fit. I got it out of the public library. I wanted to know, what were people doing when it came to sex? They were lying. That's what they were doing. Out of all 600 pages, that's what I got. These people just lie. Because at that time, if you didn't have a spouse, you had no business having sex, period. The only people who had sex were prostitutes and Johns. Blockages. We know what's being blocked. Sex is being blocked. Oh, that's created a conflict. People are really looking into it, though, and taking it seriously. Uh-oh, now we have some law. Uh-oh, here we go. The law is getting ready to get into it. Ah, ladies. Well, the law is getting ready into it. Getting into it, folks. That was the justice card. Happy family lives. Yes, it's going to work so far. It's going to work. Here's the, ooh. Now, this is the house. This is also the celebration. So we'll see. Because basically, this is what the Trump household, the White House, is trying to administer now. But that's a manipulation. It's not for the best of the society. It's not for society's best. No, it's to control the fertility of the female. Queen of Cups. And this is exploring different ways at managing sex in society. That was the Three of Wands. Okay, and here's the sun is shining on something. Let's see what the sun is shining on. The sun is shining in favor of the happy family. Look at this. This is the time for you to build up your self-esteem, so you won't be pressured into sex before too soon. Mm-hmm. The mental challenge is going to be, oh my God, somebody who's trying to force the issue. The emotional challenge is the disruption. That's the Tower. The emotional disruption from people who are not used to celibacy. And the outcome is going to be the Three of Pentacles. That's my prostitution card. But that's the way it was. Those were the folks who were getting it in, as they would say. Because what has happened now, I hate to say it like this and be so crass, but like I heard this one church lady say, and I think she's batshit crazy, but she was on the money with this. She said, what has happened is that women who were supposed to have been wives have been turned into transactional prostitutes. And you wonder why there are problems with the gender wars. That's why. That's why. It takes a certain kind of energy to prostitute. And your average woman doesn't have that. But yes, she's being turned into one. Example, you've got the woman moved into the house with you or the apartment with you, and she's pregnant, she's having babies, she's cooking, ironing, cleaning, she's doing the wifely duties, and you are coming up, the male is coming up with, or the uh, same sex partner is coming up with, well, I'm not ready to get married now yet. Then that just makes the woman you're with a prostitute. And the children, you've disrespected them too. They don't have names. All of that's doing a 360. What does that mean? They're illegitimate. What's that mean? They can't inherit. Everybody's, oh, child support this and child support that. Oh, it goes deeper than that. It's a hell of a lot deeper than that. And even emotionally so. Yeah, emotionally so. Because for the person who's not ready to get married yet, and then leaves that family situation and creates another, you've just divorced your family. You divorced not only just the woman, but you or your partner. You have divorced the children too. They didn't ask for that. Then again, I don't know what their life purpose is when they came in. Did they come in to an insecure family structure to learn what it's like so that they can be prepared as adults for certain lessons, or what? Wow, where was that, Rose? Back in the day? Yeah, that was a $500 fine, plus you marry her or you don't get out this jail. Give another 30 days. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people have no idea what the hell they're doing these days. They do not. The six, yep, okay. Now in my state, the laws that they were called fornication laws, and they are still on the books, folks. They can be repealed at any time. I think that's the right word for it, or reactivated. Um, the fornication laws ended in 1957. I was a mere child. I was a mere child at that time, a little one. But I didn't find out about them then. No, I found out about them much later. When I was researching the law for something, and I'm like, oh. Another thing, folks, to find out why we are here with relationships the way we are, go back to, do I have this book under here? Here's a book I have on bachelorhood. I'm looking. I have books everywhere. I have books all over the floor. I don't have it up here. If I do, I can't find it. The Age of the Bachelor. I forgot who it was called. Who's written it? Yeah, yeah, Red Roses, and that's what you're gonna have to do. Um, there was a time in this country when you basically you were arrested for being single, male or female, and that's it, and that's all. If you could not prove with your paperwork that you were being sponsored by a family, so that we're going after the immigrants now. They're attacking the immigrants now. Um, you were arrested, and while you're sat in jail, that's when the folks who worked, or I don't know who did it. It could have been the people at work who you worked with. Uh, somebody got you a family sponsor. And that's how you got out of jail. And it looks to me like they're trying to go back to a similar situation That was back in the 1870s, back then. And this was before blacks became slaves. Did you know black folks were came to this country as indentured servants and immigrants? And then all of a sudden things changed up. A few years down the road, Beverly, she said, Bella Beverly said she's bringing in the boom. Happy birthday, Bella. How old are we now? Bella, are you Scorpio Sag? Because you're really close to Sagittarius here. Or you're Saggy Scorpio. Mm-hmm. Yes, you are. Okay. There's Rose. Yeah. And is 4B successful? It's going back to the old ways. When I was a little girl. Mm-hmm. Hell, I wasn't even allowed to have a boyfriend. Got in trouble for having one too. Love of my life. Because after you, baby, everything was downhill from that point on. Um, yeah. Yeah, you have to have a sponsor to come. Yeah, that was for the, yeah, and I'm trying to figure out. This is when you lived in the townships and in the newly formed cities. So yeah, I mean, you might as well. You've got nothing to lose. Also, it gives men time to grow up or think of other things to do, like build a community, build a business, go up there and put that bridge up. Yeah, we need new houses. Build some houses or something. Yeah, develop new materials for those bridges that you're putting up there. Do something. Develop new cars. hmm Fix those driverless cars that keep running into people. You know, that you can take that energy and work on that. Okay. Any more questions? It does. Yeah, they were in New England. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um. Oh, I wish I could. I can't. That book is downstairs in the library somewhere, in my bookcases somewhere. But it was an interesting read. It was quite interesting. There was no racism then. Mm-mm, not at all. It was because all the tribes respected everybody. Now problems came. Oh, while I'm on that note, that Jamestown. Remember that this is how they lie. Who is they? Whoever's printing this crap. Remember the Jamestown settlement that they said disappeared? Well, guess what? They said, "Oh, the Indians did it." No, they didn't. Mm-mm. Two vying political factions: white settlers, and I've forgotten their names. Damn. But anyway, one was the mayor of the town of the settlement. No, this was a township at that time. One was the mayor. One was his political rival. The political rival went out and he drew together an army of natives. Native. Let's see, we were all natives. The native tribes of the one area, the Indian tribes that we call Indians, the indentured blacks, the indentured whites, which we were calling blacks, so they weren't the indentured brown people because they were not necessarily African, the indentured Africans, the indentured Europeans, pulled them together, and that European guy, wiped out Jamestown. That's what happened to the Jamestown settlement. And it was from that point on where they didn't want that conglomeration of so many different tribes of people as an army. And that's when they start with the miscegenation laws, you have to be white or black. You can't be native this, or you can't be this tribe, that tribe, or the other tribe. That's what that was about. No. See how they lied to you in history? That was a scheduled, planned military exercise. They took out every living thing and being in that settlement. Jamestown, Virginia. I cannot remember the name. Oh, I gotta cut this out. This I gotta take some memory pills. This is ridiculous. No, it wasn't John Brown. John Brown was like maybe 200 years later. Oh, this is two rich European men fighting. That's who that was. I don't know if it's Chartakov. That doesn't sound familiar either. Where's my? Here's my tablet. Let's see. Jamestown Massacre, Jamestown War. Let me try Googling that. And Nathaniel Bacon. That's who it was. Nathaniel Bacon. Age of the Bachelor is the book. Yes. But no, Nathaniel Bacon's not in that book. That's the book I'm talking about. That's who I'm talking about. Took those organized tribes and wiped out Jamestown. That's who that was. All because he didn't spell Nathaniel. Okay. And yes, I do believe he is relative to Francis Bacon. I didn't look into that though. He didn't live too long after that either. Nathaniel Bacon. Now listen to this. An American colonial leader of Bacon's Rebellion. Here we go, folks. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry. It's too much light. Can you see it? What's an American? I don't know what that means. Bacon's Rebellion. Did they lock him up for that? Could they catch him? Oh, they have a site. What's an American? Oh, man. Listen to this. Hold on a second. I don't think they did anything with him. The account of Bacon's Rebellion, strange news from Virginia, being a full and true account of the life and death of Nathaniel Bacon, Esquire, who was the only cause and original of the late troubles in that country, with a full relation of all the accidents which have happened in late war there between Christians and Indians. Oh, that's something that was written, published in London, printed for William Harris next door to the turnstile without Moorgate. Moorgate? What is this? I don't know what that is. That is this a front page? Whatever it is $37.82. It's a poster. It's a poster. See how you learn your true history, folks? Yeah, they were tribes on the tribes on the tribes on the tribes. Not that they didn't always get along, but yeah. So it was around that time. That's around the time they'd lock you up for walking down the street without a family. This is post-pilgrims. These aren't pilgrims anymore. They've actually established the town. Yeah, Bacon's Rebellion. That's what that is. So, folks, it's an hour 19. We're cutting it short. Anything else you want to look into right about now? I think 4B will be, it is what it is. I'm looking for I'll reach over here. If I can, a certain little mister gets out of my way. I don't want to crush him. I'm going to grab the pendulum. because I don't see the difference because I lived that. I was a little girl, so it didn't matter. As a young 20 something, that would have driven me nuts. No, it wouldn't. I would have gotten married like everybody else. Got married to have sex, just like everybody else, because that's what people did. Um, will the 4B movement in America be six? Wait a minute. What is the purpose of it? Better relationships? You're welcome, it's Lana. Lathan. Um, will the 4B movement in America produce better relationships between men and women and same sex? Yeah, same sex couples, between couples. Yes. Look at that. That's a definite yes. Folks, do we have to wait for Korea to tell us to close our legs? Is that and wait? I had to say that. I had to throw that one out there. I had to throw that out there. Yeah, yeah. Children will have parents again. Yeah, and the whole village. We'll have villages again. Mm-hmm. Look at the government. Oh, the government. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So, do we have anything else we want to chit chatter about? 20, what is that? 20-year transit. And what Simonetta? I like that. Simonetta Vespucci? Okay. 20 years transit. We're talking about Pluto and Aquarius? No, only 14. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Yeah, high standards do protect you from low quality experiences. And God knows, I think we've all had enough of those low quality experiences. Aha, sweetest and gatest gal. That's sweet. That's sweet. Thank you. If you're talking about me, I don't know who you're talking about. Ooh, Nene. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Did Portia listen? No. Uh, and she's still in trouble with the law now, isn't she? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Are we done, folks? Hmm. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I mean, that's in the works now. And see, let me tell you something, folks. This things don't just happen when the planets are moved into a certain position. They've been working up to it all along. Just like we went through that super moon with the full moon in Taurus, that super moon was hitting and creating all kinds of havoc from November the 12th up to today. Now, I don't know. It was hitting with all kinds of energies. People were going nuts. So this you don't have to wait for the tribes. Just watch yourself out there. Yeah. Who knows? You might be one of the first tribes. We call them communities these days. Okay. Oh yeah, I knew which housewife you meant, Jam. Oh yes, yes, yes. I think I saw that episode. She just had to drop that gem. Mm-hmm. Oh, stop. Bridgerton women who were with me. Yeah, yeah. Remember, Bridgerton women who were with men had to marry the. Yeah. A lot of countries are like that outside of the United States. You date her, you marry her. That's what that was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sheila, you know you got another opportunity coming. Yeah, but I understand. So with Sheila, we know our Sheila. Our Sheila is getting another opportunity. What she really wants to do is another opportunity coming to her within the next few weeks. Yes, Sheila. It's a bit bigger than a bit. Oh, here, you can't see. It's a bit bigger than a bit part, but it's yes. I think it might grow into something for you. So says the pendulum. Okay. Yes. And remember, I know I gave you that mantra, baby doll. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. That's a door opener. And if you feel funny saying it, just listen to it on YouTube. 15 minutes a day, an hour a day. This stuff looks rest. Ooh, this looks like a rat's nest. Okay. Okay, it's time for the change up, folks. I have no idea how to fix this. Okay. It's going Okay, this looks terrible. Okay. Okay. Wait, Red Rose is the age of bachelorhood? Yeah, yeah. And that will show you something. And I don't want to step on any toes, gentlemen, the gentlemen in the room, but a lot of habits that the gentlemen have that are just seem to be normalized today, they were not the behaviors of gentlemen of yesterday. And they still are not considered behaviors of gentlemen. Okay. And I'm not stepping on any toes, pointing any fingers. The book is The Age of Bachelorhood. And it's worth looking at. I tell you what it did remind me of Porgy and Bess. The movie I saw, I didn't see the play. I don't even think I was an embryo at that time when that play came out. Was it Rogers and Hammerstein? Porgy and Bess. Sidney Poitier, Dorothy Dandridge, and Sammy Davis Jr. Every now and then they put it on TV. That's what that was about. Porgy was a poor black man down the bottoms. I don't know anything about the bottoms, but evidently it was a place where a lot of poor blacks and brown people lived, worked, and loved every day. Okay. And that's all they did. That's all they did. And here comes Sammy Davis Jr. all decked down in a suit. These other folks are working around in their well, they didn't have Timberlands. Let's just say boots and overalls. That's when jeans were dungarees and you were working in the field or you were working on the water. You were fishermen. Watermen, they called them. They didn't call them fishermen, they called them watermen. You had your fish market. And here comes Slick Sammy Davis Jr. wearing a suit, pinstripe suit, and a hat with spats. What are spats? They black and white shoes, singing and dancing and tap dancing. And who does he see but the beautiful Dorothy Dandridge, Bess, Porgy's Bess. Porgy was a double amputee. He played by Sidney Poitier. He come on, get off here now. Um, took care of Bess. My boy didn't have legs, but he took care of Bess and his little go kart. He pulled it there. Well, here it is. Porgy and Bess. Disabled beggar named Porgy and his relationship with Bess, a woman who was abandoned by her violent lover. And this took place on Catfish Row, man, Charleston, South Carolina. It's an opera. It was supposed to be a Negro opera back in it's set in the 1920s. I'm still trying Broadway shows. Who did it? Who did it? Who put the music to this? That would be an interesting well, people would be probably no. That would be something else. Do a hip hop opera, Porgy and Bess. Now that would get people's attention because there's a message. Oh, another what I'm saying, uh, sporting life. That's what they call this. We would call it being in the streets. That's called sporting life. And Sammy Davis Jr. was sporting life, and he enticed Bess to come to New York, where you had the bright city lights and the clubs and the this and the that and the restaurants. What is the message? What happens at the end? Okay. And Gershwin. Okay. Okay. Gershwin. Ira Gershwin did the music to this. Um, George and Ira. Oh, there's a story behind it. And the poor Bess. And Bess went from one bad lover to another. One of them was beating and banging on her, abusive. And then she met Porgy. Porgy was so nice. Now, where they got it on, they never showed us, okay? But he was so nice. And he gave her a nice home. It was warm, plenty of food, whatever she needed, basics. He got her basics. And here comes Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah, she left with him. And Porgy got in his cart and got his mule and took off from Charleston, South Carolina, up to New York. This was before 95, okay? So I don't know what happened after that. He probably got run over. But it's an interesting story. It's an interesting take. Because it was how you were living according to one set of values, and then how a different set of values can encroach on your community and change things. That's what the story was about. Yeah. Yeah. So this basically, it's interesting because the dynamic is, you going to live the Christian life or you going to be in the streets. That's what it's about, really. Really. And it was written by two Jewish guys. All right, folks. All right. Okay. Anything else? Because I think it's lunchtime. I know it's my lunch. Oh, my goodness. Yes. I think I need to take a walk, go grab something to eat. Okay. Thank you. I just found out. Yes. Okay, Sheila. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. And keep doing that mantra. If you, like I said, you don't feel like saying it, you might sound a little funny. Uh, Listen to it. Okay. All right, folks. I am going to say au revoir until next time. But I just had to get on here and tell you about that Pluto and Aquarius. And still, I recommend highly, I recommend strongly, because it's going to hit the fan in your lives, to get your natal chart and find out how. I said I was going to do the houses. I'm sorry. What did I do with tell you what the houses were? That Pluto and Aquarius, how it was going to impact it. Okay. For example, this is where I want you to check your own stuff out. Because for some people, it can be a chore. Other people, it's going to be so intense, you're going to end up in therapy or need it. For example, Pluto and Aquarius, the first house, personality shifts. Which side of personality do you no longer need? Are you 50 pounds overweight? Is that weight killing you? Do you have to shed it? Or are you 50 pounds underweight? Do you have to add more on it for you to live a healthy life? That's the first house of your personality and your appearance. The second house is values. Pluto in Aquarius is going to create a scenario where your values are going to be considered antiquated, or are we going to return to the values of yesteryear? We're going to have to find values now. This is second house, Pluto in Aquarius, second house, that work for you for the next 14 years, this year. Are your values holding you back from your success? Are your values keeping you in debt? Are your values keeping you in pain? What values need to change and be released? Third house, family, siblings, short trips, the internet, email, texting. Have you learned how to make a text yet? Are you still sending your bills through the mail as opposed to paying them off immediately on the net? Did you send the wrong text to the wrong person and now you have a lawsuit facing you? Third house. Uh-huh. Is your brother or sister angry with you because of something they got in the text that was meant for somebody else and they think it was for them? Fourth house. House of foundation, family. Is there a new addition to an existing family no one knew anything about? Fifth house, lovers, creativity, children. Pluto and Aquarius. How about, are you still doing that multimedia artwork? Have you tried to NFT it? Did you make any money off of that? Might be an idea. Lovers. Lovers coming in, lovers going. Who do you want to keep in your life? Who do you want to let go? Children. More children are coming into your household? Or are you going to be working with children? Are you going to be doing a podcast for children? Are you doing YouTube for children, social media for children? Mhm. That might be your new success right there. Sixth house. This is a good one. Are your values of service in alignment with the work you do? So, are your values in alignment with your work? Seventh house, contracts, marriage. Are your partnerships in alignment with your values? Is your marriage in alignment with your values? Is your divorce in alignment with your values? Eighth house, mysteries, the occult, sex, loans. Release what no longer serves you and replace it with something new. Pay off that loan. Ninth house. Mhm. Higher education, religion, second marriages, and travel. Pluto and Aquarius could be someone's going to tech school to learn how to code, maybe do data analytics. Someone could also be challenging their religion or challenging religion, period. 10th house, reputation, business. Do you really need to keep this business? It's not been making any money. Maybe it's time for you to try something else. 11th house, associates, professional networks. Maybe it's time for you to meet new people. Maybe some of the people have all been visited by the IRS that you know. And 12th house, all jokes aside, the traumas, the old hurts, the old wounds that you've experienced years and years ago, those feelings have come to the surface, and now you must deal with them. What you've been holding on for years, for decades, it's time for you to release them, let them go, and create a whole new you. And that's going to take therapy or coaching. I still say therapy, maybe even medication, because some traumas are traumas. And from what I've been witnessing in my own family, the damn things are coming back full blast, intense, and it's compound. It compounds. It can compound. So this is why I want you to get your chart and find out what house. Maybe I should put this in the. I'm going to put this in the community tab. I'm going to have to type it in. And when you get your charts, you can find out what house it's in, and you'll see these like titles of these houses, these areas, and then you can get an idea of what's going on with you. Because right about now, I think a lot of people, especially after that super moon, and it's supposed to start fading away today, which means it could be the quiet after the storm, after it's all hit the fan. But now here comes something else that's feeling kind of hinky, and you can't put your finger on it. Yeah, check out your Pluto and Aquarius and what house it's in for you. And on that note, I'm going to say adieu. I'm leaving now because I've got to get this thing typed up for you. Okay. It's been a pleasure, everyone. Much love. I love seeing you. Until next time.